Hello and welcome to a news brief with Uyag Mofwebe. President Bola Tinubu says the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, is committed to upholding good governance and combating terrorism. He stated this in Beijing, China, while addressing a high-level meeting on peace and security at the 2024 Forum on China-Africa Cooperation. The president reiterated Nigeria's commitment to promoting peace and security across West Africa, commending China's contributions to Africa's development through initiatives like the Belt and Road, as well as the Forum on China-Africa Cooperation. Tinubu further highlighted the importance of confronting the roots of conflicts such as poverty, inequality, social injustice, emphasizing that true peace is not just the absence of war, but the presence of justice, equity, economic opportunity, and human security. Benue State House of Assembly has approved 6.644 billion naira for the conduct of local government election in the state. The approval was granted during a plenary session presided over by a Speaker of the House of Assembly, Audona Dajo. The lawmakers, in a unanimous voice vote, approved the supplementary budget for the October 5 electoral exercise. Speaker of the House therefore announced the approval and noted that the move would reinforce Governor Alia administration's commitment to ensuring a smooth and credible election process for the state. And out of business, as Nigerians eagerly await the release of premium motor spirit, popularly known as petrol, from the $20 billion Dangote Petroleum Refinery, the Nigeria National Petroleum Company Limited says it will lift the product from the plant on September 15, but outlined factors that would determine its price. He said foreign exchange rates and market forces would influence the cost of petrol, stressing that the market had been deregulated. This came as oil marketers declared that about 2,000 tankers were still awaiting to load the products at various depots of the National Oil Company in Lagos, Warri, and Port Harcourt. Embattled former governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Godwin Emefiele, has filed applications to challenge the forfeiture of his assets to the federal government by the court. Since his removal from office, the Federal High Court, through the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, has obtained a series of court orders forfeiting Emefiele's funds and landed assets. The latest of such forfeiture order was obtained by the EFCC on August 12, 2014, when Justice Akintayo Aluko ordered the interim forfeiture of the $2.045 million and several properties connected to the former CBN governor. On the foreign scene, Hamas has called on the United States to exert real pressure on Israel to reach a Gaza ceasefire agreement, as Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says there is no deal in the making. The two sides have traded blames over stalling talks for a ceasefire and hostage exchange as Netanyahu faces pressure to seal a deal following the deaths of 6 Gaza captives. Hamas's Qatar-based lead negotiator, Khalil al-Hayya, called on the U.S. to exert real pressure on Netanyahu and his governments and abandon their blind bias towards Israel. At least 17 children have died after a fire ripped through their primary school dormitory overnight in central Kenya, according to police reports. The blaze in Nyeri County's Hillside and Darasha Academy broke out at around midnight, engulfing rooms where the children were sleeping. The primary school caters to some 800 pupils aged between roughly 5 and 12. That story sends jitters, no doubt. Let's talk a bit of sports now. Former Italy captain and 2006 World Cup winner Fabio Cannavaro says he had turned down the Super Eagles job to wait for offers in the Italian Serie A and other European clubs. Cannavaro was one of the candidates interviewed for the role during the Nigeria Football Federation's race against time to fill the vacant role ahead of the 2025 AFCON qualifiers against the Benin Republic and Rwanda. German coach Bruno Labbadia was eventually announced by the NFF as the new coach of the Super Eagles, but the 56-year-old eventually turned down the offer over stringent German tax laws. And that's your news brief, and it came to you here on Global Television. Just a quick reminder